We go like that. Okay. So it was yeah. I was thinking about this on the weekend, as I spent some time with the wife over the course of the weekend. And while I was doing that, I was having a conversation with a Coleman friend of mine, very briefly, because he was kind of busy. But we were talking about the 275. And the 275 is a lantern that's not, you don't see too many of them in Canada. I have seen them, but you know, they call them the turd and all that. You know, I don't really like to label anything bad news until it's bad news, but I've seen Lee Cutler struggle with one real good. I'm just going to put some pressure into this. Now this, when I was talking with this gentleman I was talking to, we were talking about the 621, 621B. So the 621, I'm just going to burn this mantle in real quick. The 621, the plain 621 was blue. And there's, those are pretty sought after. There's a lot of people that collect those blue lanterns like a religion. So, just hang on a sec here. We're going to come around this side and just make sure. But this is a 625, so this came a little later. These came a little later. My 621B that I had is from 1980, I think. And this is from February of 1986. So these did come a little bit later. But again, they're a member of the Easy Light family, which has been known to develop problems with O-rings. So that's burned in. Let's see if this thing will go. I'm just revisiting this. I did have this going once, but we'll see if we can get this baby to talk to us. Come on, you. Full power, Rudolph. So, right now this one has it has a Peerless 24A on it, which is the nearest equivalent to a 111 that I can come up with, and that's what this particular lantern wants. But I am going to I'm going to let this run for a while out here. Yeah, I found a very special lantern, one that's not very common at all, even here in Canada. And I did have to pay some pretty decent money for it, but it is going to be coming, and it's in country, it's in Canada now, so wow. That thing's awesome. Yeah, so it's in country. It's not going to take too long to get here. We can talk about that later. It's a model that did not exist for very long. It was rapidly replaced, but because of that, it's quite unique. Very unique, as a matter of fact. Now, the difference between this and the 6, well, I think you can still, they are variable, but the difference between this one and the 621B is this one's variable. Like, you can actually, you know, you can dim them down. They're designed to be dimmed down. Now, for the purposes of this video, I'm getting this mantle shaped out because it was a new mantle. Well, you saw me burn it in, but I want it on full because it'll shape the mantle out real good for me, which is exactly what I want. But yeah, that's got some heat coming off there. I think I might during the period of time when this lantern was first made. When they started making these, they were just a 625, and then they went to a 625A. And the 625s, now I have to be careful, and I'm going to be. I'm not going to leave this going too long. The 625 should have had a heat shield in it, similar to the 286 or the 288. And I thought I had an extra one poking around here somewhere, and I went looking for it and I couldn't find it. But I am going to get a heat shield in this if I have to, because there's a very good chance this lantern is going to get used a little more than any of my 288s. The 288s are good and bright, but they go through fuel and they have a pretty small fount. They go through fuel pretty quick. So I'm not going to say I'm going to sacrifice it, because the lantern's still going to work. If I have to, you know, I can move the heat shield back and forth between lanterns until I find one somewhere. Maybe somebody will mail me one, or I'll find one at a flea market or something that'll be laying around, or I'll find the one that I think that I have and I don't know where it went. I don't know, it might have got knocked off the ledge where it was sitting and rolled down the stairs. I haven't got a clue. Or I might have already put it into another lantern, I don't know. I thought I might have had one here. This is like another, whatever this is. This is another 286. I mean, good parts and stuff. There's a valve, and the valve is messed up. It's stripped out. You know, fuel cap maybe. Can't even read the date on this. It's got, somebody put masking tape over it, wrote their name on it. I mean, it's just parts. There's a usable generator there probably. But I just keep that stuff kicking around to keep it kicking around. But yeah, I'm going to let that burn for a little while. And actually we're going to hang it up here in my little customary, we'll burn it in for a while spot. And yeah, okay. We'll get some video of this guy. See if I can get you a little video of the collar so you can see. Like I said, a 625, dated February of 1986, and it's, like I said, it's a member of the Easy Light family. But I wanted to revisit that and let it run for a bit, because I've been, well, like I said, I got reminded about my 621Bs, and I have 2 of those as well. But this is my only 625. Okay, guys, thanks for taking a look. I hope you enjoy your evening, and we're gonna go back in and let this fella do its thing for at least a half an hour to an hour. It's got plenty of fuel in it to do that, and I don't think that's gonna hurt anything. We'll talk again. Take care.